Tom Vadakan of the Bharatiya Janata Party and Arshpreet Khadial are now joining me. He's from the Congress, spokesperson of the Congress Party. Both of you, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Good evening to both of you. Arshpreet, I'll come across to you first. What the BJP is saying is that Rahul Gandhi and the Congress seem to be on a Bharat Todo Yatra. Didn't Rahul Gandhi and the Congress Party, my basic question is to you, check the background of George Ponnaiah before meeting with him?
See, unlike kindly give me an uninterrupted minute. Unlike the BJP, we do not interact with cherry-picked people. We meet anyone and everyone who comes into our way on the Bharat Jodo Yatra, as we have been doing ever since we have been taking out yatras. And number two, amongst thousands of people, we also happen to have met a priest. And, the BJP, I first of all want to I must thank the BJP for having observed so minutely what Mr. Gandhi has been doing on the yatra, and also for having testified to the fact that it's a massive success since their insecurities are, very clearly visible. Now, number two, they have a problem with Mr. Gandhi meeting with a priest. I would like to remind the BJP that Mr. Modi was the first Prime Minister in the last 2 decades to have met with the Pope. He went to Vatican and there he met with him and did not just meet with him. No,
this is not about meeting a priest. I don't think so. That's the argument that the BJP is putting forth, that you met with a Catholic priest. This is about George Ponnaiah, the individual.
See, now Mr. Modi has had many conversations with Mr. Majithia. There are many videos of him, where they're having conversations, and they had an alliance with the Shromani Akali Dal back in the day. And just recently, Mr. Majithia came out of jail after spending 6 months for drug peddling. Section 25, 27A, 29 of NDPS Act are imposed against him. So does that make Mr. Modi guilty of having met with him, of having interacted with him? I mean, this is common sense. And number two, I would just want to ask them one question. Must I remind the BJP that India is a secular state? Please read the preamble. We the people of India, socialist.
Again, I don't think it was about meeting with a Catholic priest, Arshpreet. This is about George Ponnaiah, the individual. And also, just one more point I'll let you complete your sentence. One more point. You're saying that Rahul Gandhi is just meeting anybody and anyone who wants to meet with him at this point of time. George Ponnaiah spoke exclusively with India Today, and he said, yes, the church asked him to meet with Rahul Gandhi. So this is not someone he just met on the street, so he couldn't have done a background check on him. He's sitting down in a room with him, having a planned interaction with him.
Number one, like I said, anyone and everyone is welcome to see Mr. Gandhi. We are not here to do our Man Ki Baat. We are here to listen to other people's Man Ki Baat. And number two, I think you're probably mistaken as to what the BJP leaders are saying. There are many leaders who had a problem as to why Mr. Gandhi even met him in the first place.
Okay, let the BJP clarify that. Mr. Tom Vadakan is here with us. He represents the Bharatiya Janata Party officially as national spokesperson. Mr. Vadakan, did you have a problem with Rahul Gandhi meeting a Catholic priest, or did you have a problem with Rahul Gandhi meeting George Ponnaiah?
Well, for me, I think it is loud and clear. This is not about the priest. You can meet anybody, but here is an individual who is carrying a baggage. Rahul Gandhi's agenda and the professed agenda of his party has been to Jodo India. Now, whether there is Jodo or what, I don't know. He is collecting old fossils with baggage to create a situation. He is a typical case of an anti-Hindu in South India and a Brahmin in North India. You can't do this. You have to have your own individuality. You do not know who Jesus Christ is. We don't know. We know Jesus Christ. We have nothing to do with the priest. The only issue here is this particular individual has been earmarked, and it's a pre-planned activity which was planned to catch the eyeball of a particular community in Tamil Nadu. Planned, strategized, but it is misfired. Because across the country people are watching him, and he realizes that if he does all this, he will catch the eyeball. And that's not happening. The point is, the country every day wakes up after the flag hoisting. He is doing some circus or the other to create a situation which is self-defeating to the very purpose he professes.
Okay.